Welcome everyone to this week's version of the Kitsap Weekly Market Stats for the week of October 18th through the 25th. The theme that we're going to focus on this week is, are we moving into a seasonal lull that's pretty normal for this time of year? Or is what's going on in the economy as a whole affecting what we're seeing out there in Kitsap County? One of the numbers that really caught my eye this week was the amount of new listings. How many homes hit the market last week? 64 total in all of Kitsap County, okay? That's actually about a 21% reduction from just the previous week. So again, my question is, are we moving into a seasonal lull where it kind of slows down this time of year as we move into the holidays? Or is what's going on in the economy and interest rates rising causing sellers to be a little bit more hesitant because they don't really quite know what's on the horizon? Remember, a lot of stuff in real estate is actual numbers and a lot of it's psychology. So what's affecting this right now? The actual numbers, or is a lot of, a little hesitancy, fear, a lot of psychology involved here in real estate. So we'll keep an eye on this number to see if it stays right around here, or if it keeps going down as we get closer to the holidays. So 64. Another number that caught my eye was still the high amount of homes that have reduced their price this past week. 105 homes lowered their prices after being originally on for whatever. Now, is this the first time they reduced their price? The second or third? We don't know, but all I know is 105, and that's still right around it always hovers about 20% of the entire market lowering their prices. The market is shifting, and these people are chasing it, okay? They're trying to chase that number. Pending and sold. So what was our activity levels last week? We had 98 homes pending, 60 sold, okay? Those numbers are coming down as well. Again, the theme, less homes are getting offers accepted, less homes were selling from previous weeks, okay, coming out of the summer. Now, this is a number directly related to last week as far as homes being offered, accepted on. These homes had offers accepted probably about 30 days ago, okay? So we always see this gap between pending and sold, because does every house that goes pending, every house that gets an offer accepted close? You would hope, but the reality is people get their inspections and they back out. Financing issues, they back out. They just get cold feet, they have a certain amount of time to back out. So that is a very consistent number that we're seeing here, is this 30, 40, 50 number gap between these two numbers. But again, I haven't seen a number below 3 digits in pending for quite some time here. So again, is this a seasonal lull? People are just a little nervous or don't want to buy a home right now, or because of the season, or because of what's going on in the economy. Inventory. This one was, I've never actually seen this ever, regardless of what market. 560 homes in all of Kitsap County. This changed absolutely none from last week. 0% change. Exact same number from last week. 560 homes, all in Kitsap County. Pretty interesting. Sometimes, usually in this time of year, inventory comes down. Okay, there's just less activity. People are buying them, but not as many people are putting homes on the market, so that drives inventory down. But we're at 560. Just something interesting caught my eye. I've never really even seen that before. So, we'll monitor, and we'll see if, because we have less homes, more homes are pending and selling. Is that never going to come down? We'll see. In general, it's still low inventory, okay, compared to what was normal before all this craziness the past few years, okay? We're going to look at median sold price, all right? Because that is the number that's been going, that really shows us the value in homes and how much they're changing. And this past week, $497,500, okay? $497,500 was the median sold price, okay? And if I had a graph in front of me here, looking at the past few months, that's been trickling down. That's just the market correcting here. In fact, just a couple weeks ago, that was at 500. A week before that was at 506. So it's just coming down. So we are below 500. It's been a long time since we've seen below 500, okay? Days on market has still been consistent now for a good month and a half. 35 days is the average time a home goes on market, sits, waits, maybe they get some price adjustments somewhere in the middle there, and then they get an offer. With that said, sellers, if you are properly strategizing and putting your house on the market, accurately right now, it's not uncommon still to see homes sell within 4, 5, 6 days within that first week. It's just, where did you price? Okay, so 35 days, sellers, you just got to have that expectation, and it's going to likely sit for a while. It's just kind of the average if you're trying to shoot for that top dollar. Okay, so 35 days. Now, average sold price compared to original list price, we're still floating right at 99.05%, meaning on average homes are selling for about 1% less than what they were originally listed for. And in fact, this number is skewed just a little bit because sometimes when buyers buy a house, they will ask for concessions. They'll ask for, in lieu of repairs on the home, it's like, how about you just give us $5,000 in credit? Okay, give us back $5,000. Well, that doesn't affect the actual sold price. The sold price is still there, but when all the numbers get broken down, it's actually $5,000 less. So that's been happening at about 16% of our homes that are selling. There are some sort of seller concession. So after we broke down all the numbers deeper, this number comes down to about 97%. So bring it down another 2% to give you a little bit more clear idea. Okay, so it's really more like 97%, which again, never would see anything below 100 prior to around July. August is when that number finally flipped below 100%. Okay, and a really good visual to give you guys on what's kind of going there is how many homes sold below list price, and it was 33. So 33 out of the 60 that sold, which comes out to about 53% of the homes that sold out there were below list price. All right, and that's even after, like, let's say a home was originally listed for 500 and then they reduced down to like 475. That's them accepting an offer even below that 475. Okay, so in reality, this is probably even higher than that. Okay, it's probably higher than 53%. So we are technically in a buyer's market. All right, buyers are getting deals, they're getting concessions, they're getting offers accepted below list price. That was very, very extremely rare prior to May, June. Okay, so again, the theme, and we're seeing it over and over and over and over and over in our stats, is, are we just hitting a seasonal lull? All right, is this just a seasonal thing every, usually going into the winter months, the market slows down? Or is this related to what's going on in the economy? We have another interest rate hike on Monday, November 1st. Another 75 basis points is going to be tacked on. How's that going to, is that going to continue? Is that going to push numbers down even further? I mean, logic would say yes, economists would say yes, but there's only one way to tell, and that is to follow the stats here on a daily basis. Okay, so yeah, is this related to a winter lull, what's going on in the economy, or probably both? But we are continuing to correct, continuing to come back down. That plane took off high there in from 2020 to early 2022. It's coming down. So that is the stats for this week. I'll come at you guys next Wednesday again with some fresh stats. Anything you guys are curious about, any questions you have, please reach out. I'd love to go over them. I can even cover them here in my video with you. So I will see you guys next week, and thank you for tuning in.